Going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Murray, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The tackle made by...
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd man to run that run.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Chase Edmonds, the ball.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
46-yard line.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 54 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0.
16. Saints, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
First down, New Orleans.
On first down, Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jordan Phillips showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. After the sack on first down, Breeze, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
Jared Cook.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Chandler Jones so quick, he was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Breeze now on 1st down. Floating one, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. From the gun, Murray. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Saints 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here? A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. As the first half is winding down, and the Cardinals push further out in front. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. Operating from the gun, Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside.